Hello again and welcome to this Hunt Showdown 1896 podcast survey video once more. This time about anti-cheat and cosmetic survey for May 2026. I'm very happy Crytek released this yesterday because, as you might have noticed on my Discord, I'm short on my I'm late on my guide video. Therefore, we do another podcast here for this week, and therefore the guide will come out next week. So I have enough time to finish everything, and then we can release it properly. So, this time you will also find a link in the description for the survey again, because, well, it's open until a few days, so you should be able to still do that. How are anti-cheat? How are you generally queuing up for the game? Mostly as a solo. What's your current MMR? 3-star. Mostly. Sometimes 2, sometimes 4, mostly 3. Which game server do you primarily play on? Europe. How often do you believe you are encountering a cheater in your missions? Almost every mission, once in 5, once in 10, once in 20 missions, almost never. If we go for the recent activity, I'm pretty sure I would say once in 10 missions. Because I remember from last Hunt Tuesday, that was the 19th of May, we at least encountered 2 people where I was pretty sure they are cheating. On one of them it could be that the server had issues. But I'm pretty sure we didn't play more than 20 missions, so I go for once in 10 missions, because my most recent experience shows a little bit more cheaters, but once in 5 seems a little bit too many. But yeah. In the past 3 months, has the frequency of encountering cheaters changed for you? Frequency has somewhat increased, I would guarantee that. It might be because Hunt was on sale again, or maybe some other reasons, but I feel personally that the amount of cheaters in my game has slightly increased. How much do you agree or disagree with the following statements? I trust Crytek to fight against cheaters. Yeah. I was working in customer support for Ubisoft, as many of you know, and I know that fighting against cheaters is a fight against windmills. Literally. You can't win it. I trust that Crytek is doing their best. I'm not sure if that's enough, but I also am completely aware that this is a fight they can't completely win. If you snuff out one cheat, another one will show up. That's always been the case in cheating. I would be willing to accept longer matchmaking times for improved match integrity. Yes, I strongly agree on that. That also gives Dexter his smoke breaks if he needs them. I always report suspected cheaters. No. Actually, strongly disagree. I do not report cheaters all the time, because I only report cheaters where I'm 100% certain that this person cheated. If there is the slightest chance that this person is not a cheater, I give the benefit of the doubt. Why do I do this? Because I'm myself sometimes freaking lucky and get shots that I didn't even assume I would get. Like, recently in a short I released that video where I killed somebody from the big hunting tower at Pelican Prison to the balcony of Pelican Prison with the Mosin Nagant subsonic. With the Mosin silencer subsonic. That's the slowest bullet in the game. If I would be the other person, I would 100% certain I would have cheated. So I only report people when I am 100% certain that this person cheated. I believe that the game has a cheater problem. Yes, guaranteed. It is easy to report players that are suspected of cheating. No. Because ever since the new player profile was introduced, you have to slowly scroll down that whole shit and it has no scroll speed. You need 2 business days to actually get down to the report button. I know when an action is taken against the reported player, I report it. No. Actually, no, I strongly disagree. I never got a report back. Crytek takes quick action against cheaters. Can't say. Neither. Not applicable. I have no idea if Crytek reacts fast. I know Crytek is banning stuff a lot. And I know cheaters are mostly coming back during the sales. What prevents you from reporting suspected cheaters? I only report cheaters. I only report for cheating when I'm 100% sure this was cheating. Like headshot through stone walls or multiple wooden walls. But not if there is any chance that was just pure dumb luck. Because sometimes I hit those shots myself and get accused of cheating on my Steam profile. Therefore, it's giving and taking, you know? What is the single biggest thing we can do to improve matchmaking integrity? That's a good question, actually. Change the anti-cheat system? Easy anti-cheat is so vulnerable at this point. Has gotten so much more vulnerable in the past few years. Other games like Dead by Daylight are also struggling because of that vulnerability. There was a huge scandal when ESC was used to find out big streamers' IP addresses. 2Ds, right? Yeah, and therefore they got DDoSed and some of them even doxed. There was a huge thing in the Dead by Daylight creator community, and many. So, of course, behavior said there was nothing, but people got doxed, people got DDoSed. They had to use a VPN to play for months. I'm not sure if it's better now. I would need to ask Mod Starver, but yeah. Easy anti-cheat got so vulnerable over the years. I do trust in Crytek, but I do not trust in easy anti-cheat. Next. Oh, now we are at the equipment skins. So, these are the grave skins. We also had a marathon where this theme was introduced the first time, I think, and I absolutely love them. They look gorgeous. Select up to 5 words that you okay, we have this already. Gothic, dark, for sure. Not goofy, not native. Brutal, maybe? Let's see what there is as well. Chaotic, authentic. Tactical, makeshift, legendary, bland, monochromatic. Yeah, monochromatic. Occult, yeah, with the skulls and everything. Colorful, nope. Ordered. Luxurious, Wild West, grungy, bright, cliché, decorated, dedicate. I would go either for ordered or for cliché, because it's like the goth cliché somehow as well. Brutal is also a good pick though. I wouldn't go for Brutal in this case though. Let's go for Ordered because it somewhat looks custom made. What do you think about these equipment skins? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's a bad mix. Because I like the penny shot. And this is a officer. Or is it the 1895? And this is the 1865 silencer, right? Yeah. They're not bad, but I don't like them that much. Chaotic blend, luxurious, yeah, maybe luxurious. Goofy, no. Tactical, decorated, order, delicate, dark, legendary, bright, yes. Cliché, no. I'm missing something here, I guess. Well, it's covered with luxurious, I guess. Authentic, decorated. Maybe. Oh, now we're talking. This is a skin line that I absolutely love. That's the Vandal, the Throwing Hatchets, and the Hive Bomb. And the Vandal skins I absolutely adore. I only decided not to play the Bullseye, because of the Bullseye I have the Bear's Leg that looks, in my opinion, even better than this one. This is definitely makeshift. This is definitely Wild West. I wouldn't necessarily call it a cult, but I would call it dark. But dark is also not exactly the right thing. How is grungy defined? Grungy. Schmuddelig. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, we have a bow. Ah, that's from the new story. Yeah, I like them. Again, they are not bad. I'm just not sure if I want to buy that story. Native, yes. Wild West, sure. Makeshift, maybe. Maybe not. It's not really makeshift. Colorful is a good pick for these ones. Bright as well. And maybe delicate, because I can imagine that some of this stuff is easy to break. Oh, that also fits well because it's got custom made, you know? So it's not like makeshift, like stuff together from things that you already have, but custom made for the person that uses that stuff. Your own special unique weapon. Oh, Lady Louise said. Yep, I definitely love every single bit of them. Luxurious, decorated, bright, decorated. Delicate maybe as well, yeah. Bright, decorated. I considered a touch of gothic because of the knives and the structure here, but I think that's too much. Clean is a word that I'm missing here. I don't know why, but you know, compared to the other throwing knives especially, and also the other new army skins and also the Auto 4, it also looks all very clean. I don't know why, but on these three weapons I definitely have the word clean attached. Anyway. These are also not bad. But not so good. Wait, did I... I did go and say, yeah, I like them a lot. Good. These are... What are these? Wild West for sure. Maybe a little bit cliche with all the leather. Dark. Grungy is not really the case, I guess. Monochromatic also not. Yeah, it's one or two major colors that are sticking out, but I wouldn't call it monochromatic. The black and white one was monochromatic, because but here we have a slight touch of variation in there, you know. But I guess that's it. Maybe authentic, I'm not sure. But that's it. What do you think about these skins? These are chaotic, in my opinion. Also dark. Chaotic. Here. Also Wild West. Maybe a bit of a cult. I don't know, with all these dots here, these golden dots. It has a touch of a cult, you know. And maybe also a little bit of grungy. Yeah, that's it. Oh. Yeah, neutral. He looks good. I'm just not sure what to think about this hunter. Dark or cold. Oh, we don't have dark anymore, do we? Gothic, Wild West, creative, bland, goofy, occult, evil, yeah, evil, intimidating, maybe, primal, striking, attractive, legendary, powerful, chaotic, badass, offensive, grungy, grounded, authentic, elegant, stealthy. Maybe, just maybe, yeah, I'm missing dark here. Oh yeah, the bandits. I like that one. I like the other one as well. Evil, intimidating, powerful, Wild West, authentic. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Again, they are not bad, but I don't really like them. Authentic. Grounded? Yeah, maybe. Wild West. That one may be a little bit badass. Yeah, that should be it. Oh yeah. Again, tempting to say like her, but yeah, I don't know. Because the skins are not looking bad, you know. Objectively, that skin is perfectly fine. It's just not my cup of tea. Did I give the previous one primal? No, okay. Maybe also grounded, intimidating, Wild West, authentic. Maybe a touch of a cold? I don't know. Oh, so they are completely loose order. Cool. I like that one. Evil, authentic, chaotic, badass, Wild West. Yeah. Also intimidating. Maybe less chaotic, more intimidating. Oh, like her a lot. Which is funny because, as you maybe remember, the Desert Roses I completely disliked, but Lady Lewis I actually like, so yeah. Creative for sure. Elegant. Maybe also a bit attractive, I don't know. Wild West. Not necessarily intimidating, but powerful, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm overdoing this, I don't know. Oh, the cook. Absolutely love him. Very creative. Grungy, bland, primal, elegant, gothic, Wild West, stealthy, intimidating, offensive, striking, powerful. Authentic, yeah. I'm not sure about authentic. Badass for sure. So don't get me wrong, if he wants to cook something for me, I would say no, but I absolutely like his style. Yeah, actually with the pants and everything, it's also Wild West a little bit. Because if you think about the quote-unquote cheap Wild West movies like Bud Spencer, Terence Hill, you would also find stuff like that. And I'm biased because I was a chef for several years myself, so... But I was working as one. Oh. Again, technically a good skin, but I don't really like them too much. I wouldn't play them too much. I can't even tell you why, it's just not my thing. Native Americans never really interested me that much. But I'm also completely out of touch with that as a European, you know. I don't even care about mythology in Europe too much. And what our predecessors and ancestors did, mostly. Yeah, I don't know. Same. But he is the first one I wouldn't get the authentic mark. Probably powerful and badass, but I wouldn't give him the authentic one. I don't know. I know that he's the one who flies, and the other one was the... Not the previous one, but earlier we already had the Red Raven, I guess. And they're both from the trailer and from the battle pass, and they are both meant to be soldiers, basically. But I don't buy it. The other one I bought, but this one I don't buy properly. I don't know if it's the code that's too much, or if it's the... This is like a clash of cultures that didn't end well. I wouldn't call it offensive or anything, but... I don't know. Maybe grungy? Yeah. Yeah, same. Again, this one is authentic again. I would even grant this skin a touch of elegance, I don't know. I would like to rate them a little bit, you know? Bright, very bright skin. It was a cook as well, yeah. But on the cook it was out of points. overall, what are your thoughts on equipment skins on this update? All overall really nice. Only sad thing is that the flare and the alert trip have the standard. It was the battle pass, right? Never mind. But we also had the battle pass skins in there from the hunters, so the alert trip from the battle pass have the standard flare color instead of a custom one. What are your overall thoughts about hunter design in this update? All are really good and nice and detailed. I'm just not interested too much in the native ones, even though they look very detailed and nice. Just not my cup of tea, but they fit the game very nice. Also props for the cook. Definitely my favorite of the new skins. Is it props or props? English is only my second language. Props, right? With P. If P means respect, yes. Okay. Steam. And 1,000+ hours. Yep. Alright. That was my 5 cents on this update. Thanks for listening to this half-an-hour podcast again. You can find the link to the survey so you can fill it out yourself in the description. Other than that, have a lovely day, and I'll see you hopefully next week with the small guide video. That's the attachment for the 5 things I'd like to know as a beginner. And then we will continue the week after with gameplay, hopefully. See you in the bayou or in the mines of Hoxes on stream. Until then, stay safe.